Testing, testing, testing. All right. About 30 more seconds, we'll get started. Appreciate if you guys tap the screen. We are also on YouTube. If you guys want to see the entire screen, go over to my YouTube. It does help me out as well. We have a Telegram chat, which the link to join that is in the description below, so feel free to join that. Alright, but we are going to get started here. So now I'm going to move the camera so that you guys can see the entire screen. Alright, so right now, the Fear and Greed Index is at 47. We're still, I guess we're at neutral now. And yesterday, on Saturday, 2 days ago when we were live, we were in fear. And then Bitcoin went up, had a nice move up. And Bitcoin actually touched 30,500 and some change on Mexc. So that's where Bitcoin is at right now. Oh, it's actually lower than that, but I didn't. It was just like it went up there very quickly. But the high on Coinbase, this is the Coinbase chart, went up to roughly just around $30,000. Now on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is and has more steam. Stock RSI is at 44 and turning to the upside. The 3-day chart right now is in a downtrend, but that might flip back up because of the huge move we had. There's still 2 days in this candle, and the daily chart right now is... The daily chart looks really bullish to me. It looks like that could rip to the next resistance if you break 30,000 again, all the way up to 33.7. I'm sorry, 33,274 is where I have the resistance on that chart. The 4-hour chart right now for Bitcoin is cooked, so it probably needs to consolidate. Maybe, though, I could project this right now that Bitcoin could just flag out here, make a bull flag, and continue to the upside. That would be the most bullish scenario. So as long as Bitcoin, in my opinion, stays above 28,200, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. So if you lose 20K, though, it's all negated. Really, if you lose 28,150, it's negated for the move to the upside. The 1-hour chart is already oversold, so the 1-hour chart would definitely suggest you could just go sideways and consolidate while the 4-hour chart resets, and the 50-minute chart looks good too. So this is what I see happening. I see Bitcoin consolidating and hopefully getting a bigger move based on this 4-hour and 1-hour time frames. And the measure move for Bitcoin to the upside would be roughly, if this does happen, take you to 32K. We'll see what happens. That's just what I could see happening on the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is the 4-hour chart just dumps. But the only way I see the 4-hour chart or the bearish scenario playing out is if Bitcoin loses 28,194. As long as you stay above basically 28,194, 28,2, I still see this just consolidating and eventually moving to the upside. If this has 70% chance to break out if it is going to become a bull flag. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below. Let me just make sure that we are good here. Testing. So we should be good on that. Like I said, we have a Telegram group, so feel free to join that. Link to join that is in the description below. And I want to talk about this trade that I've been in now for a while. I'm going to make a video about it because why not? Testing, testing, testing. Just making sure the sound's working. Alright, welcome to the CryptoBots Ninja channel. I talked about Tipcoin yesterday around 1 a.m. my time, Central Time. Right now it's 7 p.m. my time, so 16 hours ago. And I got in at 27. Now we're at 82, which is absolutely crazy. I never thought that would happen. I initially saw this. If I go way back here to about 16 hours ago, I saw this as a falling wedge. And I initially was trying to short this falling wedge, kind of broke even on that. Actually, I probably lost money on that. I saw this as a falling wedge, so I decided, screw it, I'm not making money shorting it. I'll long it, and boy, did I make up for all my losses while shorting it by longing it. I only put $94 in on 2x, but that, you know, is up massively right now, almost up $600 at one point. Here you had another falling wedge. You broke to the upside. You had a third falling wedge in a row. You broke to the upside. I thought this was going to be a fourth falling wedge. It turned into a cup and handle. There's your cup. There's your handle. You broke to the upside. Measure move out of this. So this is just a very bullish chart right now. At some point, you are going to need to cool off. But the measure move for this was only up to 55. And then from then on, just started going parabolic. Very little consolidation here, and then another leg up. And now, this is what I'm looking out for now. This is where we are right now. A massive falling wedge if you fall below 75.6, in my opinion. So I'll say 75. If you lose 75, I'm gonna say we are bearish and we are gonna go down to the downside, probably all the way at least back to the support that we have at 45. But if you can stay above 75, I'm looking for this to make a move higher, and we broke an all-time high today at 10.5. The previous all-time high on Tipcoin was 993. So you broke an all-time high today. It looks like my measured move, if I go back to the 15-minute chart, is, if it does go up, it could go to 13.67. And well, if it's gonna do anything like what we've seen the last day, it could go way above the measured move. But I'd even be happy if it goes to 13.67, because even with no leverage, I would be at 5x at that point, and with 2x leverage, I'd be up around 10x. So we'll see what happens. But this thing looks super bullish. Now, again, if it loses 75, I would probably honestly get out of my long and look for a short. But I'm also basically using the 200-day moving average on the 5-minute time frame for my stop. So every time this goes up, I move my stop up progressively throughout the day. And the fact that it's been above it now for over a day is crazy. Like, usually you never see the price stay above the 200-day moving average on a 5-minute time frame for over a day, but this is just a massive breakout. So right now my stop would be 65. I do need to move it up. I think right now it's at like 60. So but because with how volatile it is, it could, in one candle, it could just dump. So high risk, high reward. But even if you're getting in at 80 and it goes to 13, that's still a 40 or 50% move on a 15-minute chart. That's crazy. So I don't want to go too much into it, but that is what I'm looking for. If you stay above 75, I see this ripping to the upside again. With that being said, that's all I got. If you guys have requests for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll look at them. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. So that is what I'm looking for right now. Thank you guys for the likes. I do appreciate you tapping the likes. I think as we get into this bull market, we're going to get more active in my Telegram channel, as well as on TikTok Live and on YouTube. So I'm going to quickly go over here and refresh this. And I want to post this as soon as possible. That way it's relevant. If no one's watching, or if people aren't watching my YouTube Live right now, they can at least see that I am looking at this. Because I've talked about this now in several videos in the last day. And I was also trading this a few weeks ago when it first came out. So I'm just going to post this really quick, and then we'll continue with the live stream. And it's still transcoding. In the meantime, let me see if there's any requests on YouTube. No one's watching on YouTube. Awesome. So download. And then I'm just going to quickly post this, and we'll continue with the live stream. Alright, so tip could rip. Because it will. I shouldn't say it will. But, because nothing's guaranteed in crypto, right? But I have a game plan scenario if either happens, right? If this thing dumps below 75, I'm going to really, my stop loss will be right below that, and then I'll be getting out of that and entering a short. But, so here's my game plan. I'm going to go back over it one more time. If Tipcoin goes below 75, I'm immediately entering a short. If you lose, as of right now, 66, my long will be stopped out in massive profits of several 100%. So if it loses 75, I want to be alerted, because that would be my entry for a short. But hopefully that alert never gets hit and you just keep going up. At some point, we'll need to cool off, because on the 6-hour time frame you're overbought, on the 12-hour time frame you're overbought, on the daily time frame you're just overbought. You don't have any. I don't have anything else I can look at above that, but daily time frame is cooked. So you need a pullback. So whenever it does start pulling back, if maybe it happens now, I don't know, but I hope it keeps going up. You make more money longing a project than you do shorting. But if it does go below 75, I have a game plan to short it. Your next support would be 45, and if it loses that, it's going to have another big dump. So either way, when it does get a correction, I think it's going to be pretty massive. Your next support below that is basically where I got in at 237. So that's what I'm looking at for tip, and we'll watch that throughout the stream, see what happens. It's slowly but surely going up. It's 824 right now. So another coin that I'm a little bit interested in for a move to the upside is Solana. So let me move that so you guys can see it. I had this in this falling wedge. and I made a little bit of money on this, even though you can't really see it on the 5-minute time frame even. Oh, maybe it was right here. Oh, yeah. I got in right here in this falling wedge. It went up a little bit. I actually took profits around 24.10 because it looked like it was struggling. It was overbought. So I took profits right when the 5 was overbought, and because the 15 had more to dump. And then, so I made it 15 bucks on that. Nothing crazy. And then I was looking for this to be a falling wedge. I was thinking about getting into a long here in Solana. I ended up not doing it because it looked really dumpy, and the 15 still didn't look good. So I didn't do it. And I'm glad I didn't because it dumped all the way to 23.62, and using leverage that would have not been good for me. So right now, kind of not, I don't like it as a falling wedge. It doesn't look super good, but I do like the consolidation. I like the fact that the 15 is now getting close to being oversold. It just made a higher high above 24. The previous high on the 15-minute chart was 24.16, so it made it by 3 cents, a higher high, barely. So it's not the most beautiful chart, but, you know, if you're just trying to do quick day trades, this thing could be okay. I'd still wait for the 15 to start covering up if I entered it long, but Solana is something I'd watch for, because on the bigger picture, I'm looking for this to move all the way up to 24.85 out of this falling wedge that we had down here. It's just going to probably take a while to play out because it's a big market cap coin. So Solana is another one I'm interested in, but probably not going to, I'm not touching it right now, but it's something that I'd put on the radar. So yeah, that's what I got, you know. If there's requests, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, you know, I think that covers about everything I wanted to talk about. I'm not sure I understand how the average view duration is 11 minutes on YouTube. It says no one's watching. So I don't know if someone's watching or what's going on with that. That's kind of weird. We're almost at 83 now on Tipcoin. I have all these altcoins I could go through and look at. I'm going to do it here. Okay, this is another one that I'm going to give you. Galfa, it's a gaming coin that I believe is going to be very good long term, and I would start investing some money into it. In fact, I'm going to put about 50 bucks into it this week. Nothing crazy, but again, it's a high risk investment. So if you look at the daily time frame, it's just this is on Mexc spot, not futures. This is just in a massive nice uptrend. I mean, it looks like it's at the bottom of the trend, and you're also sitting on support. I'm going to probably put 50 bucks into this in the next 24 hours. This looks, so GALFA, G-F-A-L, is something I'd look for a long-term investment, something I will invest in long-term. It looks really good to me. Again, bottom of the channel in a massive uptrend and sitting on support. And it's a pretty small market cap coin. We can go over to coin market cap and see what the market cap is. GFAL, because I don't even know what it is, honestly. GFAL. Games for a living. Market cap is 23. It's almost $24 million. So it's not super small, but it's pretty dang small. So that's a one I'd look at long term. Atom is one I really like long term, but it continues to make new lows, so I'm not going to be touching Atom until I can see a nice uptrend on the daily time frame, or at least on the daily time frame get above the Ikimoki cloud. The 3-day chart is about to dump on you, make a new low, it looks like, and the weekly chart does not look good either. Actually, weekly's about to turn down again, and you're about to lose this last local low at 628. So it's kind of interesting. A lot of the bigger market cap coins in the top 20 are still making new lows, while the smaller market cap coins, altcoins I should say, are making new highs. Maybe it's because people are trying to invest in the next new thing and make as much money as possible. That's probably actually what's happening. But I do think this reverses and eventually makes a new all-time high, but it's a safer investment once you can start to look bullish on the higher time frames. Right now, we're making new lows, so there's no point in investing. I'm not going to DCA into something that's just, you're trying to catch a falling knife. I think at some point it will stop falling, and obviously as we get closer to the halving for Bitcoin, about 6 to 8 months, I think this will be a good investment. Right now, to me, it's probably close to bottom, but it's still a high risk coin. Jasmine looks horrible. I mean, that's Jasmine. It doesn't look very good either. What am I buying right now? I just went over it. Galfa, G-F-A-L. I'm gonna put. No, again, I don't have a lot of money right now, so Galfa, I'm put 50 bucks into that. That's a long-term investment. That looks good. That's the only one I would really put money in right now. This is another one. I'm in a trade on this right now on Tipcoin. It's at 84. Again, it continues to slowly go up ever since I started going live today. But here's the thing. This just looks good. It's a massive... I mean, okay, let's see what the market cap is for Tipcoin. Tipcoin. It's a weird name. Market cap is 20. Oh my gosh. No, it doesn't say the market cap. So I'd have to go to Dextos to see the market cap for this. But it looks really good to me. It's up 300% today. Absolutely insanity. Now it's at 84. I think it was already at 84. If you break 85, it's going to be a new high ever since this falling wedge started happening. So 85 is the price you want to beat short term to continue this uptrend. I'm excited about this trade. Like, I really am. So this is a coin that just made a new all-time high. That was an all-time high. I will put a resistance at the all-time high because, you know, in bull markets, that's what I like to do, to see what our next new all-time high would be. Anything above 10.5 is a new all-time high. So this looks good. It also looks like it could break out. As long as you stay above 75, I'm looking for a new high. It's about to make a new high. It just was at 84.5. The previous high was 85 from this last high a few minutes ago. Anyways, I'm going way over that too much, but so I would say tip coin is something that's higher risk because it's an all-time high, but Galfa looks really good to me. But Galfa I have more faith in than tip just because I don't know. Tip could just be I don't want to say it's a pump dump because it's been going up consistently now for a day or two, but Galfa is something I really trust. Tip might be something I trust if I can see this uptrend continue. But I was watching Big Time Coin for a move to the upside. It just hasn't happened yet, so I bailed on the trade. I was in a long at 24.6, 7. It never happened, and my stop was at 22, and it went to 22.1. So I actually got out at like 23.25, right where we are now, and then it dumped. I'm glad I did because I would basically, I don't know. It might still play out. We'll see what happens. It almost hit my stop loss. I'm out of the trade now. But Big Time is another coin that has been hot. It's another gaming coin. I think gaming coins are going to do really well soon. But this is one that on the 1 hour time frame, you know, maybe it's still playing out. It's just taking its time. I don't know. I just think there's hotter coins out there right now than this one. So that's why I bailed on the trade. But I need to be watching this one. I can't keep touching. Okay. Undo that. All right. So Tip coin's one that's hot. GFAL is one that's hot. Big Time could be another gaming coin that's hot. All are low market cap coins. And, you know, if you don't have a lot of money, that's where your money should be. In my humble opinion, not financial advice. Because you're not going to make 100x on Atom. But the good thing I like about Atom is that I will invest some when I see a bottom in. Is that you can stake your money like 30 or 40% APY. That's why I like Atom. Thank you guys for the likes. I just saw that. So anyways, let me check YouTube and see if anyone's watching yet. No, that's just 17 minutes. So I don't know. Someone has to be watching. I don't know what's going on with that. Analytics are all messed up on that. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll look at them. I'm going to go live for probably another few minutes here and then wrap things up. I'm just kind of going over the general market update and all that good stuff, although I don't see any other coins I really want to talk about. What is this one? Alpha. Oh, yeah. That looks... maybe. I think this is... I don't know if Alpha's on... Oh, this is on Mexc. All right. That's a falling wedge right now on the 1 hour time frame. And it looks like it could break to the upside. That'd be a massive breakout if it does actually pan out. This is something I might have to look into. Problem is 1 hour time frame... You know, it's trying to break out, but you're overbought on the stock RSI. So to me, that just doesn't look good. I mean, you could get pinned, but the 15's rounded top on the 15, so that possibly could be a fake out, or at least because that's definitely a rounded top. I would look for, I would look for another move to the downside around 16 on this, possibly 15.6. But you know, it looks somewhat decent on the higher time frames. 4 hour chart still isn't oversold. I don't know. It's a high risk trade at this point because the stocks are overbought. But that's something to watch out for if you're looking for a breakout trade. I would want the 1 hour to reset. Yeah. BOZ has been interesting. It looks like it's consolidating right now in the 1 hour time frame for a higher move to the upside. Especially as Bitcoin's starting to break out, touching 30,000 today. I'd be looking for a lot of these altcoins to eventually follow suit. I think altcoins are going to have another rally here pretty soon. In fact, some already are, especially the smaller market cap coins. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame for this one and see what we see. This could break out very quickly here. It looks like it's about to. It looks like it's trying to break out right now. Yeah, it looks interesting. This one looks interesting for a possible move to the upside. Lower time frame trade, but BLZ has been one that dumped really hard on the 3-day chart, and I'd be looking for this one to make a move to the upside. I mean, I think, like, if not right now, it's gonna on the 3-day chart rip. Weekly chart is still a little bit overbought, but let's go to the daily chart. Daily chart is getting close to overbought, can make a lower high, but that's okay. 3-day chart can take over. 3-day chart is completely oversold. You guys can see it, right? 3-day chart's completely oversold. So I would be looking for this BLZ to make a massive move to the upside on the 3-day time frame. And 3-day time frame will pay your bills. Like, if this happens, I don't know how much money y'all have to put in the market or whatever, but this thing could really make a new high. That would show, I mean, this would suggest, the 3-day chart would suggest that this BOZ is in a bull run. It would make a new high in the 3-day time frame by a lot. The previous high was 21. This will go up to 30 almost. 29 officially from where I charted that. That looks super good. And if you got in at 13, that's a double up on your money on a pretty safe asset such as BLZ. And you could have a good stop loss right below this last local low here at 10.7, 10.8, which that's a kind of that's a 30% stop loss. But if you're risking $1,000, you lose 30, or you lose 300, or you make 3,000, or I'm sorry, 1,000. So it's not a horrible R&R. It's about 3.3 R&R. But I like this. But the weekly chart does have a little more downside. That is going to close in 6 days. So weekly chart could lower you down. I think BLZ though is probably in the next month make a new high. That's my prediction. We'll see if I'm right about BLZ. Appreciate the follow, Jason. Galfa GFAL is not on Coinbase. I don't think so. It's on Mexc. But coin is going down 4% and then going back to where it was. I don't even know what that means. XDC. So let's go. I don't know. XDC. Let's go look at XDC. USDT. It's on KuCoin. I can't trade KuCoin because I can't trade it anymore. XDC though looks good on the weekly. It looks good on the 3-day. It looks good on the daily. Daily looks not as good actually. The stock RSI is going down, but the 3-day chart looks beautiful. Weekly chart looks pretty good as well. I don't love the daily actually, but you know that could suggest a move to 11. That would be over. That's a 2.5x right there on your money. Easy. I'm not saying nothing's easy. I shouldn't say it's easy money. But, oh, here's oh, let's go, baby. It's breaking out. Tipcoin is breaking out as we speak. This looks like it wants to make a new all-time high. This basically, to me, confirms the breakout. 15-minute chart has more room, more gas to go, and we are breaking out. Now up 10% in the last 6 minutes on the new trading day. Let's go. Feels like the bull market's back, baby. All right, so here we go. This is my best trade of the year. There's no doubt about it. You know, I'm up 6x on my money on a 2x long since yesterday. Or since this morning, really, 1 a.m. Crazy. But anyways, going back to XDC, it looks super bullish. XDC looks like it wants to rip on the 4-hour. It looks like it wants to rip on the daily, and it looks like it wants to rip on the 3-day chart. So whoever suggested this, thank you. This looks good. Unfortunately, I can't trade it because it's not on Mexc as far as I can tell. XDC USDT .p, not even .p. Is this just on Mexc? I don't see it. So I can't trade it. But this looks, XDC wants to rip on the 4-hour, on the daily, on the 3-day, all the way up to a new all-time high. Maybe not a new all-time high, but at least a new high for this year, I believe, up to 11.97. So this looks good. I guess it came out in May, so it would even be a new all-time high for the year, but it'd be a new high since the bottom. And I have looked at this before, and look at that. I had a fib there, and the fib was exactly at the bottom. Holy crap, the fib that I called, that I made around November, called the bottom in around June. That's insanity. I haven't looked at this coin in like 3 or 4 months. It's actually been longer than that. But I had fib, so I must have looked at this before. XDC looks super bullish to me. I'll leave this here, and we'll look at this again when I get the request again, and it will probably be breaking out. So that's awesome. XDC looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Are you talking about what coin am I talking about? It's called Tipcoin. It's on Mexc. I got in yesterday at 27. Let's look. I got in at 27.1, and now it's at 90. Even if you use no leverage, you'd be up. Well, you got in basically at 20. Yeah, you'd be up from the high today. You'd be up 4x, and I had 2x leverage. So I didn't expect that to happen. I'll say that right now. Yeah. So if there's any other requests, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, that's gonna be all I got. Thankfully, we didn't have to use this today, the no indicator that says, oh, would I buy this coin? I say no, but we didn't have to use that. So now it says 4. I don't know why no one's watching on YouTube. We are live on YouTube, so if you guys want to see the entire screen, go over to my YouTube channel, Crypto Boss Angel. We also have a Telegram chat. Feel free to join that. It's free to join. Last bull run, it was super active. Right now, it's really dead, so hopefully that changes as we get closer to the bull run. Yeah, with that being said, guys, that's kind of all I got. I'm going to go over to Dex Tools, and I want to see what the market cap now is for Tipcoin before I get out of here. When I got in, it was around a $5-6 million market cap, and now the market cap is, that's not right. It's not 277,000. That doesn't make any sense. It's this one right here. All right, market cap is, it doesn't tell me a market cap. How is there no market cap? Oh, okay, 8.7 million. I thought it was higher than that, but I mean, so maybe when I got in, it was way. I don't know. When I got in, it must have been like at 2 million then. I thought it was higher, but all right. I don't care about that. I guess that means it has more upside, right? Lower market. It's still under $10 million market cap. That's insane. Like, you'll see what happens. Now you want to beat 933 for a continuation to the upside. And really, I could safely put my stop loss at 744, and that way, if it broke 744, it wouldn't be a bullish trade anymore, and it would probably break to the downside. But I need to move my stop loss to 67 on this, which I will do as I get out of here. But yeah, if you guys ever thank you for the follow, Gawky. I'll see you guys. So I'll be back live on Saturday at 3 p.m. Or no, I go live Saturday and Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Time. I did change this both days to 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, appreciate it if you hit the like, subscribe, hit the follow on TikTok, because then you can get notified when I go live here again in 5 days. If the bull run gets crazy, I'll probably start going live more than twice a day, or twice a week. But for right now, that's what I do. I want to look at the 1 minute time frame right now on. So this doesn't look super good. I mean, I still think it's gonna be okay, but 1 minute has a rounded top, so that's a little bit bearish to me. Again, you have to stay above 7.4 to remain bullish on this. If you lose 7.4, the top is probably in up here at 10.5, and let's see what the 1 minute does. I don't really care. I care more about the 5 minute. I'm trying the 5 minute time frame, but. With that being said, guys, that's all I got. If you guys enjoyed this, pretty sure you hit the like, subscribe, hit the follow button, and join my Telegram group. It is free to join my Telegram group. But I will see you guys on Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time for our next live stream. Until then, trade safe, have a great weekend, and enjoy some Monday Night Football. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys as well for the likes on TikTok. I'm just going to end that really quick.